Hello, my name is Emma Tobias and welcome to my Booktube-A-Thon TBR. I'm not going to do a big intro. I'm doing the Booktube-A-Thon this year. I did it last year. I had a great time. Shout out to Ariel Bissett who puts it on every year. She does a really damn good job and deserves all the recognition. So yeah, we'll see what happens this year. I don't have as much time to devote. Last year I did lots of elaborate videos that took the entire day to create and make. Go check them out if you want to. This year I'm in graduate school for most of the day. Like I have a class for most of the day. So we'll see. But I'm definitely going to read and definitely going to try to do the Instagram challenges if she does that this year or if that's a thing this year. Anyway, let's get into it. The first challenge is read a book with a person on the cover. And I chose Ghost World by Daniel Clowes. It has two people on the cover. Famous graphic novel. There's a movie with Scarlett Johansson that I intend to never watch. Ghost World. Next we have finish a book in one day. I chose, and a couple of these challenges you don't really have to pick a book for, but just for the sake of this video, I just chose a book to go along with them. And that is The Bookshop, a novel by Penelope Fitzgerald. This is a novella set in the 1950s about a bookshop. I've never heard anyone talk about it. I never heard of it. I found it at a thrift store like 3 years ago. I've decided to finally read it. Next we have read a book about a character that is very different from you, or read a book with a character that is very different than you, and I chose Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi. This is a super famous memoir about Marjane Satrapi's life in Iraq growing up. This is just the first part. I don't own the second part, but I want to get it soon. And I've also owned this book for a really long time, and I just haven't picked it up for some reason, so I thought I would give this a go. Next we have finish a book completely outdoors. I had a minute with reading, and then I remembered what I was doing, and I read the words. And I chose Franny and Zoe by J.D. Salinger. I've had this book forever, and I read Catcher in the Rye in high school, and I liked it okay. It was a very quick read, and so I thought I would pick a book that is a quick read, that is also considered to be, to a lot of people, a modern classic. So I decided to go with Franny and Zoe. I don't know if that's really true if it's a modern classic. I could probably ask an old English professor and she could tell me, but I can't. I don't know. Whatever. Next we have read a book that you bought because of the cover. I don't really buy books because of the cover very often anymore, because I just don't buy very many books anymore, because I am a cheapskate. But I chose a book that I do like the cover of, and that is One More Thing by B.J. Novak. This is B.J. Novak. He's famous from The Office, etc., etc., his love affair with Mindy Kaling. This is his short story collection, and I've had it forever, and I haven't read it. Again, almost all these books in this TBR are books I've had forever, and I haven't read them, so I thought this one would be good that I could read over a long period of time, too, because of the fact that it's just short stories. And then read 7 books. I chose for my 7th book, Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. This isn't a book that I've had forever, only had it for a few months. This is Shonda Rhimes, who is the showrunner for Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal. This is her, like, memoir / like, self-help book about, like, positivity and all of that kind of stuff, and I think it sounds really interesting, and I'm a big fan of Shonda Rhimes. You know, she is this woman of color in this incredibly, you know, white male industry, and I think that's fascinating and so awesome that she has just flourished and had so much success, and I'm really looking forward to reading this as well. And then finally, this portion, I have a question for you guys to help me pick this book. The question, or the challenge, is read a hyped book, and I have 3 books. They're all YA. They're books that are very hyped, and books that I have not read, and also books that I should have probably read many, many years ago. This was actually really hard because I don't own that much YA anymore, and the YA that I do own I've already read, but I wanted to read one YA book because YA books tend to be really fun, and I do kind of want to get back into reading YA, or maybe just be more aware of what's going on in YA. So anyway, whatever, just help me pick, you guys, help me, Rhonda. Okay, so first option, Legend by Marie Lu. This book was so popular like 5 years ago on Booktube, and I have not read it. It's a dystopian novel. Are dystopians still a thing? Do people still write and make dystopian things? I don't even know, but Legend. Next we have the sequel to The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. This was also a big deal, like, up until like last year. And I have the first 3 books, and I've read The Raven Boys, and I liked it, and I've tried to read this book, or I got to like page like 15 and then stopped reading it, so maybe I should actually sit there and finish it. Very famous, hyped book. And then finally, guys, my voice cracked because I was like, Looking for Alaska by John Green. I have read all of the rest of John Green's books. When I read them in high school, and I liked them in high school. I don't think I would like them as much now, but his new book is coming out, and I feel kind of bad that I've never read Looking for Alaska, so this is the final book. So tell me, out of these three, which book should I read for the hyped book section? Okay, that is my TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What are you going to read for Booktube-A-Thon? Let me know. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. This video took forever to make, and I don't even know why.